big creature like that.
You fight Terramorphous. No, we haven't done that yet.
You ever thought anything with tentacles? Oh, of course you have. Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now, where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge?
Right, let's see. Shield capacity,
And the cost of living.
maximum health,
Even being a single
element chance, critical hit damage,
We may not have been able to afford
critical hit damage again,
food, but we got by.
recoil reduction,
After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything but one another after that horrible gas leak blew up the arena.
fire rate,
Killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day
critical
on,
hit damage,
Mr. Torg vowed to conquer explosives
elemental
himself
damage,
in an effort to avenge his fallen
recoil
friends and
reduction, gun damage.
Alright, the Blowhole the Apocalypse. So anyway, I was wrestling Blowhole to the ground and I have my bicep curled around his blueberry throat.
She's still going.
Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you.
I'm gonna mute yourself while she carries on.
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery
Okay, I'm gonna have some
and Mr.
quiz.
Torg starts crying because he really likes whale squids and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean.
So I let the whale go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean. And then I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's my favorite. I'm extremely partial to the way the marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor.
Now, the thing with this, by the way,
Chocolate. What's your favorite
you do get
flavor
asked a
of
few
ice cream?
things.
Is it pistachio? I bet it's pistachio. Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today. Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that, high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma.
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic. I really ought to go up there and clean it out one of these days. I have so many little keepsakes up there. You're paying attention, right? Say, what's my favorite flavor of ice cream?
It is Rocky
So you
Road.
are listening, how wonderful. You're an even better listener than my old pet rack, Beasto. Beasto was such a sweetie. You ever had a pet rack? If you can tame them, they are the sweetest pet you'll ever have. He used to just sit on my shoulder and bite chunks of flesh out of my neck to pass the time. I still remember the way he used to tweet. He went, tweet, tweet. It was so cute.
She
I had a
just keeps
conversation with him
going.
Once. I said, Mr. Beasto.
And
He
going.
Went, oh, Mr. Beasto. It made him feel like an aristocrat. I said, Mr. Beasto, you're looking very cute today. And he said, oh, thank you, that's so nice. Or he tweeted in a way that made me know that's how he felt. And then he lowered his little head like he was taking a bow. It was adorable. Beasto was my third pet rack. First I had Woody. He got hit by a train. Then I had Anita. She got shot up trying to take vengeance on the train that killed Woody. And then I found Beasto making little poops on the windmill outside our house. After Mr. Torg and I wrestled her to the ground, I did a flying pile driver off a nearby tower tree. Got him straight in the spine and brought him down. We brought him in and fed him some skag steaks until he decided he loved us. I still miss Beasto sometimes. He just died of old age. Racks don't live much longer than a few years, but I treasured the time we had together. Oh, poor Mr. Torg. When Beasto died, he cried for a week. The kids made fun of him at school, but I told him not to pay them any mind.
Being in touch with your emotions is not a character flaw.
That's right, high five. Is something wrong? You look confused, Vault Hunter. Oh, you probably haven't heard anyone call Mr. Torg high five before. The world may know him as Mr. Torg, but the Flexingtons always refer to him using his middle name. It's a Flexington family tradition, after all, to use your grandfather or grandmother's name as your own middle name. And my husband, Hi-Fi Flexington, God rest his soul, was the best grandfather Mr. Torg could have asked for before he passed. He taught Mr. Torg dang near everything he knew about firearms. Without Hi-Fi's teachings, I don't think the Torg Corporation would exist at all. Gosh, I still remember the first gun Mr. Torg tried to make after his parents died. A Jacobs shotgun with a stick of dynamite attached to the barrel. Torg nearly blew his face off, but he got up, dusted his mustache off, and swore that by the time he reached the age of 11, he would make a gun that fired explosions without killing the operator. And by golly, he did! It took a couple of dozen prototypes before he got the right combination of gun parts and explosives right, but once he did, woo-wee! I'll never forget the plume of smoke that used to be my neighbor's homestead. They were jerks though, so it's okay. Gosh, I've been talking your ear off for some time, haven't I? It's so kind of you to listen for this long. I've taken up too much of your time already. Please don't feel like you have to stick around any longer. As a matter of fact, take this for giving this old woman some company. Woo!
So now we turn that in.
You're even more attractive than Mr. Torg said.
And then
you
there's
were.
the raid difficulty one. This one will literally take
I've
12
got
minutes.
another story for you, but I'd like to tell it to all of your friends at once. An old lady like me has to save her voice, you know. Oh, you still want to talk with me? How
So this is the raid difficulty.
Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her from her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she bowed all elegantly and said something like, "Indeed I did, madam," and said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with anybody, you know? I mean, of course, you probably are. Gorgeous hunk of a Vault Hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blushing. Oh, I could just eat you up.
Listen to her long story.
Torg was
Tell
so
her the
scared
script is
trying to
good
get
regardless of
such
your
a
opinion. She'll
We used
soon
to
start
go to
talking
parties
about
in high
candy
school
and
just
want you to collect
staring
candy.
at them,
Don't walk
talking
away
to
from her
anybody.
or you'll have to start over again. If you say no, you'll have to listen to everything
I
again.
tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams,
This
then
version
love
of
will
the, it
follow.
literally says in the
That's
notee of the
something
quest.
people don't get.
This version of the
You
story
watch
takes
echo
12
films and
minutes.
They're just awful. They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries,
She doesn't
then
shut
people will
up.
see that
Well, this
confidence
version
and
goes on
skill
for
you
12
have, and
minutes.
they'll be attracted to you. There's always a fine line between that kind of confidence and
No matter what we
narcissism.
think,
There's
we
nothing
have
worse
to say
than
the
somebody
script
who
is
wants to
good.
be famous. I remember when Mr. Torg first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while, taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time, trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a supermodel under each arm, and I said, "Mr. Torg, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are. It's been weeks since you
Enjoying
actually
yourself.
created
By the way,
guns."
do you want to know the level of this quest?
Even more obsessed with being well
Hey, bye, wasn't it?
something great than with actually
It's
doing
35, but according to this,
It was a dark point in
True
my life.
Vault Hunter this will be 50 and Ultimate will be
Thankfully,
65.
High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become the Kerblaster. You a fan of the Kerblaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which I know a lot of people hate. But there's more to combat than just brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite like filling the air with tiny little explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback could really be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Necks. Scene 1.
I like it.
Fade in on an arena, just after a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in a
By the way, I've checked the next headhunter just so we have a heads up about it.
illuminating her bloodstained
No secret bosses,
holding
from
her
what I'm
sword
aware of.
triumphantly aloft.
There is just
Valkyrie
there's 2 normal bosses. There's not one quest, one story quest, and one side quest.
Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the bravest, the most invincible warrior?
So yeah, again, another one that'll just take
For I
20
am
minutes.
Valkyrie,
Yeah.
Scourge of the Gladiatorial
But like I say, we'll do
Blade.
that at the end of the next DLC.
As she shakes her head in despair.
Which is Torg's DLC, isn't it?
Yes.
A janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body parts into a bin, which is colored green.
Also, there's something I want to talk to you about off stream. An idea about something, like a problem that was going to occur, but I may have found a way to fix it. But like I say, I'll talk more about that in detail
Falls
to
to
you
his
off stream
knees before
because I don't
delivering
want.
hard
Yeah,
mention.
Play a little while for him while we talk about it.
No. problem.
The blood cannot be washed away. Not before and not now.
What did you think of the tri-cap before?
The past which haunts me still.
Getting annihilated.
Forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers. Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating?
Huh?
Valkyrie re-enters.
Should have waited this to stop talking.
Dude,
He looks like a dude, but it's Torg's grandma.
It's a grandma. I would show you Tog, but that'll stop the quest. And we have to listen to her again.
I can see with the scope. That's Torg.
Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to Valhalla.
That's his grandma.
Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only
By the way, here's something for you.
for it is lonely at the top, and an unrestrained
Reports came in about Anthem.
no doubt.
They found out already more than half the player base has quit the game.
I would give her a fight she would.
Me being one of them.
So they've hired some people to redesign their entire loot system and everything, like try and change the game.
Want to try and make it so people actually enjoy it.
Yeah, they also reveal, like, basically Anthem's a game that's been fucked over many times, and it's not been BioWare's fault. Like, they had a name for the game called Beyond, like that's what they would initially call it. 2 days before E3 when they unveiled Anthem, EA came to them and went, no, we can't do it because we can't copyright Beyond that well, so change its name. And they had to fall back to another idea really quick.
It kind of sucks. I think it was just given to.
Of the governor's house.
The thing, like, it was given a lot of hype and everything, but like I say,
Anthem.
I think, honestly, Anthem would have been good if EA just
Did you like it?
left it alone.
Yes.
Wonderful, I'll continue then. Scene 2.
Good, you said that for me.
The governess enters from stage left. Governess, I refuse.
Now, if she asks us to get candy, I believe we have to say yes to it, but we don't go.
Governor, and what accusations may those be?
Yeah. She'll soon start talking about candy and want you to collect candy. Don't walk away from her or you have to start over.
But what about you? What are you up to? Tell Grandma Flexington all about it. I bet you've had some amazing adventures. Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played bunkers and badasses together.
No, we haven't
He
done
said
that
it
yet.
was one of the most fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
Grandpa, you're embarrassing me!
Quite clearly, these DLCs are probably meant to be done after all the other
Really, you and the
DLCs.
Vault Hunters are his first real pals. It wasn't easy for Mr. Torg to make friends at school when he had facial hair at age 8, pecs at 8.5,
Bit of
and
walking
dead
to
hair
talk
by
to
age
us about
9.
it.
People found him intimidating, but I told him that he should be thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. But he really does like hanging out with all of you. Most people these days want Torg to pose for pictures or blow something up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a log cabin you lived in when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where Echo Sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seem to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people, and the writing has gotten so tight and concise. For instance, did you ever play the Samurai's Marker? The whole game's story was delivered through haiku. Did Zero write it or something? No, I'm just joshing. I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player, and wow.
She just doesn't stop.
It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best punch-related comedy sims ever. But oh, I'm really looking forward to this game called Robot Hunter Assault Squadron, which is this big randomized survival game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do for fun? You play any sports? You look like you might be into some of the more extreme stuff, like spine hurdling or psycho head volleyball. I knew an athlete a lot like you when I was younger. Her name was Nijo, and she was especially gifted at the giblet toss. That's an old pastime we had back when I was younger.
Look, sorry chat, but if we've got to sit through this, so do you.
How far you could make their viscera fly across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera. She won the final round of the giblet toss championship by getting a left eyeball across the 300-meter mark. They said she was juicing with iridium, but I think they were just angry that she dethroned the reigning champ.
What?
Misogynistic Jeff.
I can see her
I really
onions.
liked it for some reason. Hey, what's your favorite food? Mine's burgers, personally. People look at you like
I like how this says soon she'll start talking about candy. Yeah, this soon, right?
You can do with them. You can change out the patty, play around with the toppings, change what sides you have. You ever have veggie chips? Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo.
Camera buff has got
And
super
I'm not a
original.
vegetarian or anything, but those veggie patties they make on the more upper
Is this
class
silence
worlds
in
are
time?
crazy.
It'll be fine.
Better than real meat if you cook it right.
Well, I've played a bunch of our films, so it's just started now.
Once after he saw a
Just have to keep
man
that
get
bubble
run
for
over
our
by a truck. How long
That
did you
one.
last
I'm
again?
not in.
12 seconds!
Yeah, if you're gonna run it now, yeah.
Barely even finished the word vegetarian before he lunged at a skag chew I was holding in my left hand. Nearly lost a finger. Granted, he's always been partial to skag chews or skag bacon. Don't know why, since I always felt like skags tasted like old tires and vomit. But to each his own. Taste is a funny thing. People say your taste buds get more refined as time goes on, but they actually get worse and worse. So when Mr. Torg used to refuse vegetables as a kid, it's because he was actually tasting how awful they were. When we old folks eat vegetables, we're only okay with it because we can't taste all the gross vitamins and stuff. Granted, vitamins are what have kept me going.
She has a
as long
valid
as I
point.
know. You get enough B12 in your system and you can headbutt a freight train without so much as a bruise. That reminds me, I need to get my pills ready for the rest of the week. I have one of those little metal containers split into different...
Well, shut the fuck up and go do it!
Really helpful. And the sides are sharp enough that I can use it to ward off burglars if I need to.
In the
What else do I
lines
have to do this week?
of Dr. Cox,
Probably head to
I
the
will
bazaar,
take your
pick
pills,
up some
put them in my
frozen
hand,
spirits,
get you to open your gob,
Gotta
and
bring my
throw them in your mouth and see what sticks.
freezer section. What else do I need?
It'll be her fist in your gob. It's scary.
Gosh, those are delicious. They're so smooth and sweet. Just thinking about them, I could go for one right now, couldn't you? Do you think you could go find me one?
Scrubs reference? Yeah.
She's telling us to go for the candy.
It's got a marker. Are we meant to go and grab it?
Nope, she says as soon as she starts talking about the candy, she wants to...
Are you looking this up?
Wiki. Don't walk away or you'll have to start over as well. If you say no, you'll have to listen to everything again. We just stay here. If you walk away, you do it all again.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But just wait.
For how long?
I don't know, this is just what Wiki says. Listen to her long story, Tell her the script is good regardless, and then she'll soon start to talk about candy and wants you to collect candy. Don't walk away from her, or you will have to start over as well. If you say no to listen, if you say no about the listening thing, you will listen to everything again.
No, I'm watching a video. They fuck off to get a candy. You're allowed to fuck off.
If you do that, I'm staying here.
You got to get candy.
You say he didn't want to die.
Nope. Bear in mind, you can't turn this into her till I get back away. The company's away from story.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Oh, great, and these uniques have spawned.
I thought you just don't walk away.
That's what the wiki says, but I think the wiki's...
What DLC is this? It's one of the headhunters. Headhunter number 2, called DLC Headhunter 2: The Horrible Hunger of the Ravaging as Wattle Gobbler.
Candy drop? Grab it for me, will ya? Oh, I can taste it already.
Yeah.
Until it's unfinished.
Get out of my way. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Get the gumdrop and run!
Here, and I'll finish my story.
Oh, a chest.
Why is he a chest?
Ow.
Full of crap.
Gun shop. Got nothing in. Run!
Death trap, have fun. I killed one.
That might have been my grenade.
Well, someone just almost one-shot me. You. Get out my way. You killed him. I'm still down.
Really?
Your fire damage.
I didn't realize I had fire damage on him.
Yeah, you conference call.
Enjoy the grenade.
Thank you so much. I'll eat this later while sitting by the fireplace.
Right, now for the rest of the story.
There's just nothing like a good roaring fireplace, is there? Something healing and safe. Maybe that's why our family likes explosions so much. They're basically just big fireplaces. Every explosion is just like coming home. Oh, maybe that'd be a good slogan for the tour corporation. Don't you think, High Five? Oh, don't be silly. It's a wonderful slogan and you know it. I used to come up with slogans for a living when I was in my teens. I came up with the jingle for Professor Gunsight's Can't Miss Scott. How'd it go? Oh, yeah. If you try to shoot but you miss a lot, then give Professor Gunsight scopes a shot. And then they played a gunshot sound effect and someone going, ah. It was cute. Gosh, I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? Thanks for bringing your friends to listen to an old woman ramble for a while. I can't tell you how great it is to have somebody new to talk to, especially a vault hunter. Oh, and one more thing.
Oh, God.
No, actually, that can probably be just something about vaults in the end of the universe. Anyway, here.
Wait, vaults in the end of... What?
That's the bit I want to know.
I kind of want to know more about it.
Enjoy.
And DLC complete.
Haven't found anything good? My weapon machines will fix that for you.
Right. Sell all this crap.
I'm always happy to take your money. Feeling overburdened by money.
Get my ammo.
Nothing like a good sale. Lovely. Remember, we're always open.
Right.